All right, so what we're going to do today is we're going to take a look at a riff from the good old Guitar Tab Method book. This is a really good book to pick up. It's got just whole tons of little short riffs that helps work on your rhythm. And and what I do with my students is I go through the rhythms and everything. We take like a on one string, we work on the rhythm, getting that really tight, tapping our foot and everything, and then we apply the notes, actual notes to it, and then we just analyze everything. And we really work on getting the riff, like figuring out the quarter notes, eighth notes, rests, and all that. We get in depth with that to kind of really work on being able to read rhythms and stuff. But here, we I'd have to be doing a really long lesson on this, and you probably wouldn't really be all that into it. So I'm going to kind of give you the riff and give you a couple little pointers on what you can do to kind of help with getting the rhythm a little bit more correct, a little bit more on. So let me bring the camera down, and then here's the riff right here. Yep. So that's the riff. It's Jamie's Crying. That is the riff. So just offhand, which kind of is a good idea, is uh, again, if you kind of listen to that, see if you can imitate the rhythm. If you can't get that right off, then no big deal. Don't worry about it. We're going to kind of go through this, and I'll explain how this works. So what we're going to do is going to take a look at the first parts where we're just playing an open string. It's the open E string. So what we're going to do is we're going to pick down, and then there's a rest after that. So what we're going to do is we need to stop it. But it's what's called a quarter note rest. So we don't want to stop it too quick. We don't want to go. So if I was counting 1, 2, 3, 4, because in a measure, in each measure you have 1, 2, 3, 4, and then there's another measure 1, 2, 3, 4. That's how the count goes while you're playing something, and it varies in different songs. But in this particular song, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and it goes on and on. So in this first note, we're going to hold it for one whole beat. So let's be 1, 2. So I'm stopping on beat 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. So you got to make sure you hold that longer. You don't want to go 1, 2, 1, 2. See how I stopped it really quick? I'm turning that now more into like a eighth note. 1 and 2, 1 and 2. If you don't know what eighth notes are, don't worry about it. So basically, think about it. You want to hold it for a whole beat and hold it a little bit longer. So think of it as, okay, my pick goes down, I gotta bring it back up and hit it again. But what we're gonna do is we're not gonna hit that second note. So we're gonna pick down, bring it up as if you're gonna hit it, and then stop it with your palm right there. So it's 1, 2, 1, 2. That's easy enough to get. Just say 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. And then what we do after that is we're going to go ahead and hit another note, but we are going to play the note after that pretty quick. So 1, 2, and now what you need to do is when you're stopping the note, it'd be sort of like as if you were hitting it. 1, 2, 1, 2. If I just did that, I'd be actually plucking downwards. So I'm going to go 1, stop it, but then I bring my pick below that string. So the next note I'm going to hit is going to be on the upstroke. And then I'm going to immediately come back down. So now I'm actually hitting an upstroke. So if I was counting that out, it would be 1, 2, and 3. But again, don't worry about that. You know, if you're not used to counting stuff, just play it, come up, stop it on the way down, and then hit the next note on the upbeat, and then immediately back down again. So down, stop, up, down, down, stop, up, down. It's called palm muting, by the way. So down, stop, up, down, and then that next, remember the first one we held it for a whole beat, held it for longer. That's what you're gonna do after you do that next one. So hold it for longer, you know, bring your hand up, bring it up, bring it back down to stop it, and then up, down, bring it up, letting it ring, and then you're gonna stop it again. So that next note, so that note right there, you're gonna let that ring for longer too. So it's stop, up, down, and you stopping it again. So you're basically doing that 3 times. So it's down, bring it up, stop it, up, down, bring your hand up, stop it, up, down, bring your hand up, and then stop it. Yep. So that's how that goes. So hopefully you got that. Then what we do after that is now we got to make sure we got the fingering right. I'm going to play second finger right here on the A string, then the first finger on the A string, and then open string on the A, open A, and then you're going to play your 3rd fret here with your 3rd finger. So try to use, you know, assign each finger its own fret. Second finger, 2nd fret. First fret. Then they're open and 3rd on the 3rd fret E string. So again, A string, second on A string, 1st on the A string, open A, 3rd on E string. But what we're going to do is we're going to hold one of these notes. So it's not going to be you don't want to do that. We want to hold this note right here, the 2nd. We want to hold that for a bit longer. So what we're actually going to do, by the time we get to here, we go down, stop it on a down, and up, down, bring it up, stop it on a down, up, down, bring it up, stop it on a down. Then we're going to hit this on the upstroke. And then this is going to be held for a little bit longer because it's actually what's called a tie. You bring your pick down, and then you go to hit upstroke on the 1, up, and then down 3. So these 3 are going to be nice and even. You're going to pick up, down, up, up, down, up. And then if we add this 2 in here, we're going to hit the 2 on the up, up, bring your pick down, and then we're going to play every other beat, you know, alternate picking. We're going to hit the 3 on each up and down and up. So it's 2, up, bring your pick down, and then up, down, up. 2 on the upstroke, bring pick down, up, down, up. 2, up, down, up. Up, up, down, up. up, up, down, up. It's really good to, you do up, bring that pick down as if you were hitting it again, and then up, down, up, down, up. Get that a whole bunch of times, getting that really good. Up, down, up, down, up. And what this is there's a little tie, this thing in the actual music notation, there's this little thing that's a tie in there. But you don't have to worry about that. If you pick up the book, you'll take a look at it, and then you'll see there's this little thing called a tie in there. But that's basically what we're doing. We're just kind of holding this longer. Up, down, up. Now, the reason you don't want to go up, or just going down and then going down, up, down, because when you circle around, you're going to want to you have to go back to the 0. So you have to go. So when if you go down, up, down at the very last part, so yeah. And then you go, say you went up with this one. And then you're like, oh, I'm going to do down, up, down. Now your pick hand is way down here. You have to bring it all the way back up to hurry up and hit that 0 in time. So there's a good chance that you might not get up there in time. And so you don't want to do that. That's why you always want to coordinate your up and down picking. When you get better at it, you can do all down strokes or whatever in certain particular passages. But unless it's something like really metal, when you have what's called eighth notes, you're going to be using down up picking with that, there's a lot of eighth notes in this one. So again, try to work on that by itself. Up, down, up, down, up. And then you apply that very first part. So down, stop, up, 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 down, up. Yep, so that's a really important part to get that picking direction going right. So you're going to come around and be in the right spot when you're cycling through and hitting it another time. And also keeping track of, what fret you're doing. 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 2, 1, 0, 3. But basically, you just do that over a bunch of times. You're going to get it down. So that's part of it. Playing it, over and over again, even if the rhythm's not perfect, or even if your picking is not perfect. Just kind of go through it at first to kind of get what your fingers are supposed to do, the placement, and memorize the riff, so you don't have to, I was going to say you don't have to keep looking at the book, but you don't have the book. Unless you do, definitely pick up that book. But you want to memorize this. Get it down pretty decent. Not perfect. Don't go wait till you get it perfect, but just get it to where, all right, I know what I'm supposed to do here. Then start applying the correct down and up strokes. So you set yourself up for the next note. That's what it's all about. Setting your picking direction up so you're going to hit that next note effectively. So you're not taking extra time by going up and down to hit this other note, or you're not making all these unnecessary movements. And it also keeps everything rhythmically in time. If you keep it that down, up, down, up, down, up kind of thing, you're keeping everything rhythmically inclined, in line. Where, if you do something down, down, and then you have to come up to hit another down, then you got to bring it all the way back up to hit another down, and you're making all this extra motion, which takes more effort, and it's going to many times mess your rhythm up because you're getting a little bit off sync. Again, later on you get better at it. When you're playing like metal type of stuff, you'll be doing a lot of downstroke stuff. But anyways, hopefully that was you understood what I did there. If you have any questions or anything, definitely let me know. Again, usually what I do is we have the music right in front of my students, so we kind of go through the actual rhythms and stuff, and I explain how the beats go and everything, so we understand all the concept behind it. Um, but I can't do that here, so I'm just kind of depending more on the picking direction in the way to help you out with keep getting that rhythm going. But there you go. There's a little short riff. Jamie's Cryin. Again, I suggest go ahead and picking this up. And this has a bunch of little riffs in there that'll help you out. And if you have any questions about anything in there, then definitely let me know. And then I'd be happy to do a little lesson on something in here if you don't understand like how certain rhythm works. What does this tie thing mean or something? I can do a lesson on that. Just let me know. But if you do pick this up, I don't suggest this be your main part of your practice though. Always, you need to pick a song that you like. Pick a song, look for some tabs online. Even better yet, try to see if you can figure it out by ear. And yeah, that's kind of like a little side thing to kind of help you work on your rhythm and keeping rhythms going good. And plus, you learn some cool little short riffs. But you don't want to be stuck to just playing short riffs all the time. Definitely grab a song, really start working on it. Don't go crazy trying to pick a Joe Satriani song or something. If you're more in the beginner stages, try to fix something that's a little bit more easier. Easier AC/DC song or easier Black Sabbath song or something. Don't go crazy. You don't want to be stuck on a song that's beyond you, and all it's going to do is get you frustrated. Just pick something that kind of sounds like it's pretty simple. If you're in some online Facebook guitar groups, you can ask them, what songs are easy to learn, and that'll help you out. Like AC/DC, some Nirvana, Smells Like Teen Spirit, some, maybe Iron Man or something, stuff like that. That is relatively easy to work on. This can be challenging. Don't get me wrong, but stuff that isn't beyond you. All right, so there you go. There is Jamie's Cryin. Play around with that. If you have any questions or anything, let me know. Otherwise, we'll see you in the next one. I don't know. I may eventually, as time goes by, I might do like one day we're going to do riffs, and another day I'll work on something else, like maybe a part of a song, or I have actually a Facebook group too, which I'll post a link sometime on there where you can join that too. And I want to start doing more stuff in there. I'm going to start posting PDFs and maybe do some things on theory or some other stuff. I want to get a lot more active in that. So yeah, work on this, and then we'll if you're wondering about the group or anything, let me know, and then I'll post a link to that. And most of all, have fun. And again, any questions, throw it down below, and I'll be happy to answer them. All right, have a good one. See you next week.